Hi everyone, we are doing side 2 of the practice test 18A. All right, so this is a practice test, even though it doesn't say that on your copy. All right, so number 11, we're adding $52.28 and $249.71. 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. 2 plus 9 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 plus 4 is 10, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, then we have to remember to put in the decimal point and the dollar sign. So that's $301.99. So I'm going to circle that so I know that's my answer. All right, number 2, we're subtracting. Okay, 1 minus 0 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now we have to borrow. So this becomes an 8. This becomes a 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. We have to borrow again. So this becomes a 2. This becomes 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So the answer is 9,931. I'm going to circle that. All right, this next one, we don't have to multiply this out because we're just multiplying by 10. So that means we just add a 0. So we're going to write 6, 3, 2, and add 1 0 because there's 1 0 in 10. Then we're going to, since it's a money amount, we're going to count over from the end, 2 decimal places to the left. 1, 2, put our decimal point and put our dollar sign. So the answer to number 13 is $63.20. Okay, here we have double digit by double digit multiplication. So we've been doing a lot of practicing with that. And on my videos, I've been using color to help you remember what you're working on. So I'm going to use that. You don't have to use the color, but I'm just going to use that so we can concentrate first on the ones and then on the tens. So first we have to do 64 times 7, okay? So 4 times 7 is 28, carry the 2, and 7 times 6 is 42, plus 2 is 44. Okay, so now I'm done with 64 times 7, and the next thing I have to do is 64 times 10. Now you probably already know what 64 times 10 is because you just add a 0, but let's go ahead and work it out, see what it looks like. All right, since we're doing 64 times 10, I'm going to put my 0 down here as a placeholder. 1, and then I'm going to do 64, so this is in blue now. 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 6 is 6. So if you guessed that 64 times 10 is 640, you're right. And now I'm going to add these two up. 8 plus 0 is 8, 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 plus 6 is 10. So my answer is 1,088. Okay, I took up a lot of space on number 14, so I'm going to rewrite number 15 over here to the side so I have enough space. So it is $32.08 divided by 4. Okay, so when we do money amounts, you can put the dollar sign and the decimal point right up here, directly above where it is. All right, so then we do, how many times does 4 go into 32? That would be 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Then we subtract, and we get 0. So we bring down the next number, which is a 0. How many times does 4 go into 0? That would be 0 times. 0 times 4 is 0. When we subtract, we get 0. Then we have to bring down the next number, which is 8. How many times does 4 go into 8? That would be 2. 2 times 4 is 8. and we subtract, we get 0. So our answer to number 15 is $8.02. All right, number 16. So it says 8 squared, which means 8 times 8. So 8 times 8 is 64, minus, and then it says the square root of 64. So the square root of 64 means what number times itself equals 64? And that would be 8. So we have to do 64 minus 8. So you can do that vertically if you'd like. So we have to borrow. This becomes a 5. This becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Bring down the 5. So our answer is 56. Okay, number 17. Number 17 is an addition problem with decimals, so I'm going to rewrite it vertically. 6.438 plus 9.08. Okay, I'm going to put in a 0 here as a placeholder. Then we'll add it up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. And 6 plus 9 is 15. Then I have to put in my decimal point. So my answer is 15.518. And what that means is 15 and 518 thousandths. All right. Number 18, so we have two numbers that are multiples of 10. So all we have to do is multiply the digit that is not 0. 6 times 7 equals 42. And then count up all the zeros in the problem. 1, 2, 3, so we add 1, 2, 3. So 600 times 70 is 42,000. Okay, for number 19, we have to find the missing numbers. So here it says n, or a number, plus 891 equals 4,443. So the opposite of addition is subtraction, so I am going to subtract 4,443 minus 891. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2. Now I need to borrow. This becomes a 3. This becomes 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. And I have to borrow again. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. And I bring down the 3. So my answer is 3,552. So n equals 3,552. And the last one, we've got 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 20 plus 7 plus some number n equals 61. So the first thing I have to do is add up all of these numbers. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 20, and 7. We got to add those all up. So 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 7 is 25, carry the 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, so all of these numbers equal 45. So 45 plus what number equals 61? Since the opposite of addition is subtraction, I'm going to subtract. So 61 minus 45, we have to borrow. This becomes a 5. This becomes 11. 11 minus 5 is 6, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So my answer to number 20 is n equals 16. And that's the end of the practice test.